Alright, I recolored my hair, but I ran out of blue, so there's more green, and it looks like I didn't really do anything. Anyway, so, yes, loud fans. It's so hot. I'm wearing a tank top. That's how you know how fucking hot it is. So, I watched Jurassic World 3, Dominion. I was like, what was it called? Dominating? Anyway, it's not good. And when it came out in theaters initially, I saw a lot of people saying, hey, it sucks. I wasn't expecting it to be fucking gold, you know? Like, hey, Jurassic World itself was fucking ridiculous, you know? Like, people did the elongated, exaggerated, you know, deaths that people had and all that stuff. Just, you know, the joke that everyone kept making was, what's her name? It, like, running in heels and it being completely practical with it all, like, all the terrain, you know, all that stuff. You know, and then the second one, I don't remember what happened. The second one, they go back, you know, the whole, like, wow, oh, we didn't learn this with the previous, technically 4 movies, if you count all 3 Jurassic Park movies, and then, you know, Jurassic World. No, we're gonna go back, we're in the little pod things, and it's like, there's constantly the threat of, like, maybe Chris Pratt will die, and it's like, nah, he doesn't die, and then, I don't know, some shit happens, and then it's like, they're all released to the rest of the world, let's see what's gonna happen, and then, you know, oh, and, like, obviously Jeff Goldblum makes, like, a cameo in this one, I mean, not this one, in the second one. And the third one is like the whole team, it fully becomes like legacy film, where like the old meets the new kind of thing. And of course the only reason I wanted to watch it was, one, I love Jurassic Park, you know? I have this thing. Oh god, it's probably covered in dust. I got this, if you don't know, I got this in Japan at Universal Japan, Universal Osaka. $36, grown-ass adult me bought this for $36, and, yeah, there's like a little, you know, body in the back here, so, my grown-ass bought this for $36, and I was like, yeah, this is a good financial purchase as a grown adult. I'm gonna take this off, because I'm immediately sweating, I can immediately just feel like the sweat all in the back of my head and all that stuff. But yeah, so I love Jurassic Park. I love the first movie. I fucking love it. I read the book when I was way too young to really fully understand it. But oh well, you know. Yeah. So like I said, like, I watched it because, again, the old crew, all this stuff. I love that Laura Dern, when you first see her, she's like practically in the same fucking outfit. Instead of like the pink thing, it's like a darker red kind of thing, like a darker salmon color. It's not as tight as cute, you know, because she's older now, so it's a little bit lower, you know, that kind of thing. And she does, like, of course, like the dramatic taking off the sunglass kind of thing. Which wasn't as dramatic like with the initial movie when she did that, because then we get like the beautiful wide shot of the dinosaurs, and you know, that was also like early 90s, so you're like, oh my god, are they real? How did they make it happen, you know? Now it's just like this one, she did it, and then it was like, there's a field of just dead plants and stuff. It was like kind of like, you know, very lackluster. I mean, Jeff Goldblum was Jeff Goldblum. He just had to be his charming self, put on the leather jacket, you know. What's his name? I suddenly forgot it. The third guy, oh, it's gone. I mean, there was like a weird random, like Indiana Jones homage, because it's all Spielberg. It's like when they're running away, and then Laura Dern's character is like, she's like, leave the hat! He's like, no! It's like, it, like, you know, always gotta go back for the hat thing, you know. I don't know why they did, like, I mean, I know why, because it's Spielberg, and they're gonna do another Indiana Jones movie where probably Harrison Ford's gonna die in it. I mean, not Harrison Ford, sorry, Indiana Jones, but every one of his, like, characters come back for, like, a legacy movie, and it's like, bye! That kind of stuff. I mean, he didn't die in Blade Runner, but you get what I mean. You know, he's just coming back to be like, hello, thanks for the check. You know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, like, okay, so, seeing the old crew, great. loved it. I love them. That's why I was like, ooh, good, they're back, kind of thing. But like, the story of it was stupid. Like, I don't remember the girl from, was she part of the end of the second one? I really do not remember the second movie. I remember I watched it, I did a review on it, I think immediately after, and then I think that was it. I remember the first Jurassic World more than this one. I think I remember Jurassic Park 2 and 3 better than Jurassic World 2. Anyway, I know it's called the Fallen Kingdom one, but anyway, so, oh god, ugh, I just feel, it feels like there's bugs all over me. Ugh, it's just hot, and things are just not cute. Yeah, so the girl, the young girl, she's like, she is a clone that was birthed out of herself, but with like modified DNA afterwards. I mean, not during, it didn't go full Gattaca, which was like, and then perfect baby kind of thing. It was more like, oh, we found out this once a kid's birth, let me just constantly inject this baby, you know, my goo, my precious goo, you know, all that stuff. So, to make the baby not have whatever the issue the mom has, which is the clone of itself, sure. It was pretty much the whole thing of like, well, if we were able to bring dinosaurs back, well, we can kind of, you know, copy human beings. Sure, it's the same technology, same kind of stuff. It's fine. Carry yourself, like, Jesus. That's so narcissistic. It's like, I'm having a baby, and it's myself. Identical copy. Like, alright, bitch. Like, Jesus. Alright. I'm surprised fucking Kris Jenner hasn't, you know, I mean, she practically has done that, but you know what I mean. What am I talking about? You know, so, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so there's that story, and, like, the story of, Bryce Dallas Howard, yes, okay, and Chris Pratt, their story, it, like, their kind of role is kind of like, anyway, old crew back kind of stuff, like, oh, hold on, come on, you know, and then, like, the little girl was kind of like the reason why there was, like, the meeting point of the two kind of stuff, sure, fine, whatever, you know, that kind of stuff, but, okay, so that's pretty much the plot, I guess you would say, of the movie. There really wasn't much of a plot. It was just like, oh god, we're here, back again, party. I almost went into this up. But it's like, oh, here we go, you know, again. A sixth time, Jesus Christ, like, you never learn, you know. Anyway, so, that's the plot, again, of the movie. Ooh, I can flex my fingers better now. I got a shot in my wrist, so, you know, anyway. So, the plot of the movie, but anyway, that aside, the movie just did not know what kind of fucking movie it wanted to be. The movie was 2.5 hours long, which was 2.5 hours too long. This movie could have been maybe like 2 hours long, just because you know, you want like the action pack, you know, running away from the dinosaurs, like, oh my god, close call moments, okay. About like an hour and 45, maybe about to hit, like, with credits, it's 2 hours kind of thing, you know. The movie's really an hour and 50 kind of shit, but with credits, like, oh look, it's 2 hours and 10, you know, you gotta give all the credits to all the visual effects people, you know, gotta go full Marvel with it. But whatchamacallit. But yeah, like, it just didn't know what the fuck kind of movie it wanted it to be. And I watched this a few days ago, and I forgot what movies it was trying to be, because again, it's one of these movies where I'm like, so rememberable, blah, 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 because that's a word. Yeah, it's just, like, obviously they would reference a lot of the stuff from, like, the very first movie, even some stuff from, like, Jurassic Park 2 and a little bit of 3, that kind of stuff, but it again, callback, of course, the whole point of these things. Yeah, it's just, I just don't know what this movie was trying to do. Like, oh god, this is, okay, finally, I got. So, so the only reason, anyway, so, this whole thing went from, like, alright, these crazy scientist people are, like, having, you know, like, god complex things, and, you know, we're gonna build the dinosaurs, you know what I mean, bring the dinosaurs back, all that stuff. It goes from that to, like, you know, money, like, kind of money-hungry scientists and kind of like a rich person providing that fund for them to just, you know, like, was it, Sandbox, gonna, like, fuck shit up, kind of do their thing, to, like, it's the corporations. it's the corporate. So like, what? Suddenly it's like, it's the corporation. You can't trust the corporations. It's these companies. It's like, it was like Jurassic World, freaking, like Cyberdyne, Skynet kind of shit. They're like, it's biosynth or something. They're like, the prehistoric locust, which is like this big, like they only ate that field because they got seeds from, I almost said Cyberdyne again, you know what I mean. It's like, but they didn't eat seeds, they didn't eat the stuff like the grains or whatever from my field because mine was like organic, non-GMO. It was like, what kind of, I don't know what message, like, the message was trying to be like, corporations, but it was also like, going it about in such, like, the worst way, you know? It's like it felt like, oh my god, there was, like, a scene, I'm going all over the place because this is how this movie felt. There was a scene when they went into, like, this big old box that had, like, you know, let's say grain, I don't fucking know what locusts eat, I know they eat, like, crops, but let's just say grain. Like, things like, you know, boxes of grass, let's just say, and you don't see the locust yet, and the two, you know, paleontologists are looking through it, and that felt so like X-Files movie, you know, when they went into like that weird bubble, and it was like, you know, when like the bees came out, and had like that kind of feel to it, only they were like fully suited up, and Mulder and Scully were like, oh fuck, you know, also in that scene, you know, for the actors in X-Files, it was actual bees surrounding them, whereas this one, it was just like, ones and zeros, you know? Also, I feel like that glass, I guess you would say, case, plastic, whatever, the experimental locust thing, was like a more convincing Morbius, you know, like, bat place holder than, like, what the juice glass at Morbius, you know, having things flying around, because at least, like, when you went in, it did the you know, same thing with X-Files, you know, and Morbius is like, I'm just gonna open it up, come to Butthead, you know, yeah, but it's the corporations, man, you can't trust the corporations, you gotta, you know, go vegan, I don't know what this movie's trying to tell me, and it's just, like, what is going on, and then, there's like one shot towards like the end where you thought Chris Pratt was gonna get eaten, and I was like, but he wasn't, and I knew he wasn't, but I was like, ooh, what? Like when the camera lingered too long, I was like, oh no, he's not. It's not a fucking shark ate me, Deep Blue Sea kind of thing, you know? Because if it was gonna happen, it would just be sudden, but no, it lingered behind him, and then it was like, whoa, and then it was like, oh, you know, kind of thing. 2.5 hours. Oh yeah, like, they go into, I'm gonna say, they go into Cyberdyne, and then, yeah, that's when they saw the locust stuff, and the genetically modified things, and the prehistoric Kudaha, I don't know, man. What I thought this movie was, let's talk about what I thought the movie was gonna be, because what I thought the movie was gonna be was, like, just, like, how they were just gonna handle dinosaurs roaming the Earth. You know, so initially it starts out kind of like, okay, you know, so they go and they like kind of take dinosaurs out from like captivity. They're being like bred for, you know, horrible things. Okay, fine, I'm with you, Bring them into like the island where it's like, this is like, you know, kind of like, oh, let's wrangle them back kind of thing. Okay, so none of this like black market kind of shit, saving them from horrible things. Sure, okay. I'm with this. But then, yeah, it went into the whole, like, corporation, Cyberdyne, Skynet kind of thing, and I don't know, man. But, and I thought it was just going to be kind of like a movie like that, where it's like, yeah, you can fight, like, they could have brought up the whole, like, yes, let's fight the corporation thing while trying to save these dinosaurs, but the same, like, you know, because it's like, not fighting the corporation, but kind of like a black market for it, you know, like, whatever. And then, oh my god, they also kept having to constantly reintroduce the Gigantosaurus thing, you know, because previously it's all about the T-Rex, but, you know, because in the span of that movie, to the very first movie, to this last movie, they discovered there was a much larger dinosaur out there from X to Y, Z, but there's also, like, was it the Titan one? Whichever one that they have at the Museum of Natural History, where it's like its neck extends from like 3 rooms or some shit like that. Anyway, yeah, dinosaurs. But yes, I thought it was gonna be more like that kind of action adventure where it's like, you know, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are just gonna have to like, you know, because they're there to like help and love and preserve the dinosaurs. I thought it was like, you know, you gotta get the old team because they knew how to, you know, get this shit. But instead it was like, we gotta go back on the island. Oh, oh my god, there was a fuse box seed. They brought back the fuse box seed. So of course, instead of it being like, you know, kind of like dimly lit, like kind of like this kind of lit thing, you know, with like, ow, with like one little light, you know, and she had to like push, like pump it 3 times and press the button, you know, that kind of stuff. Like instead of that, it was like, it was servers instead of, you know, what is it? Instead of fuse box, it was server. So it was like, you know, so it was like this, but it was like neon lights all around because that's what around server, you know. But it was also covered in goo, so they were like, oh, things are covered in goo. Oh my god, yeah, like I love that they brought that back. And I thought, I swear to god, because it was just like a lot of callbacks, I was like, is Sam Jackson just gonna show up? Because sometimes, like for the longest time, I forgot Sam Jackson was in that movie because he, you know, it was so quick how he came and went. But yeah, you know, remember he was the guy with the cigarette and then, you know, dinosaur ate him kind of stuff. But like, I really thought they were just gonna like somehow bring back Sam Jackson. You know, and it's like, oh no, that was my brother, you know, like that kind of shit. I'm here to avenge my brother who died like 30 something years ago. Oh god, it's been that long, hasn't it? That movie has been out. Yeah. It's like, wait, how old was I when the Jurassic Park movie came out? Yeah, it's been 30 something years. You know, yeah, so like, oh my god, and then like the lead corporation, the corporations is a corporation-y. The evil Skynet Cyberdyne guy looked like a cross between Steve Jobs and whoever the current CEO guy of Apple is. Like they all got that, like, you know, the black sweater thing with the glasses and the white hair kind of shit. You know, like that kind of look to them. Like he was really missing like the billionaire Patagonia vest that a lot of them end up wearing, oddly enough. Yeah, so I love that. Yeah, that was the evil guy, and also like, oh my god, where is mine? The evil guy also he kept the old original Barbasol can. Oh god, the bottom part fell off. It oh damn, the glue didn't hold. But this oh god, bad wrist. This is supposed to twist, and I can. It's one of those compartmental ones. Anyway, put that over there. Ah, my wrist. It's not better. I just turned it ever so slightly. Oh god, cock and balls. Woo. Ooh. Anyway, so yeah, that guy had like the old beat up one. Had that, and of course he had the old beat up one, and you know, with the, you know, what we saw with Wayne Knight. It's like, I got, and then you die. Of course they brought back I forgot the dinosaur, the one that's like, you know, that one. Instead of like one, there was like 4 of them, like attacking some dude, and you know, well deserved kind of shit. Again, lots of callbacks. Like it's not good, you know. I mean, I know we're in the age where there's so many legacy movies, a lot of the callbacks and yabba dabba da, but it's like, it just, obviously, as like a movie lover, I'm very exhausted by a lot of this stuff. You know, like San Diego Comic-Con had just happened, and Marvel announced like phase the 70,000, and I'm like, okay, can we? Oh Jesus! All right, I'm gonna go watch it, but you know, I'm you know, I'm exhausted by this. I just okay. Once we're hitting 2023, because we're halfway through this year, can we just lessen with these legacy films? Just stop bringing them back. Stop bringing them back. Texas Chainsaw is done. Halloween is done this year. We're done. No, I love Friday the 13th, but no, just leave it. Just leave it alone. Leave all these things alone. Oh my god, Scream had happened? Yeah. Leave all these things alone. Make a new thing. Do something different. Jesus Christ. you know? Like, something different. Do something weird, you know? Let's bring back the old, like, you know, let's go crazy. I was about to say 80s. No, let's go back to, like, the 70s, when movies just didn't make any fucking sense. They were fucking, like, like, Holy Mountain, you know, where the guy was just spraying milk out of his man boobies on someone, and it was like, sure, let's do that, you know? There was a room full of severed dicks in that movie, and it's like, yes, this is a plot point, you know? Let's bring back those movies, because you know what? It will make a better conversation than these kind of movies. God damn it. Anyway, that was Jurassic World Dominion. God, stop it! Stop ruining things I like! Stop ruining things I like! I'm done. I'm done! Anyway, no, but really, I'm done.